Have you ever looked at your bank account, seen a pretty healthy income, but still had that nagging feeling like you should be further ahead? Well, it's a super common feeling, especially for successful professionals. You've got this incredible potential, but something just isn't quite clicking with your money. So today we're going to dive into a new way of looking at all this, a way to move from that frustration to true financial fulfillment. We're starting with this because it really gets right to the heart of the matter. This isn't just about spreadsheets, crypto markets, or share prices. It's a challenge to the way we even define success. It's asking, how can we build wealth without losing ourselves along the way? This one idea sets the stage for a completely different kind of conversation about money. Okay, so let's put a name to this feeling because it's a very specific challenge that a lot of high achievers face. It's a unique kind of dilemma that, funny enough, comes with success, and that name is financial frustration. Yep, it's that gap between what you're earning and where you feel like you should be. And look, this isn't about being in some kind of financial trouble. It's that constant nagging sense that your finances just aren't matching up with the success you've built in every other part of your life. Now, here's what's really fascinating. Why does this even happen? Well, paradoxically, you are a victim of your own success. You're time poor, life is swirling around you. There are so many options, so many decisions that it's just easier to do nothing at all. This inertia, this feeling of being stuck, it's not a personal failure. It's a direct result of being overwhelmed by the very success you've worked so hard for. Do any of these sound familiar? That feeling that your finances are just happening to you instead of working for you, or being trapped in the hesitation zone, just paralyzed by all the choices? And what about that inner tyrant, that unhelpful voice in your head that's always telling you that you should be doing better? It's an exhausting place to be. So if the problem is this personal and this complicated, why don't the usual solutions seem to work? Let's jump into that because we really need to look beyond the typical approach here. And this is the $1 million question, isn't it? We live in an age where we have infinite information at our fingertips. In theory, we should just be able to Google our way to financial mastery. But if information was the only thing we needed, nobody would ever feel stuck. The reality is the person we see in the mirror is often the one getting in the way. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Look at the difference. Traditional advice, it's all about external things, products, complex charts, data, and it kind of assumes we're all these perfectly rational robots. But this new approach, financial coaching, it completely flips the script. It focuses on you, your behavior, your internal mindset, and getting real clarity based on your values. And it's a huge shift from being sold products to being truly supported as a person. So what does this kind of support actually look like? And it's not about vague feel-good platitudes. It's about having a clear, actionable framework, a liberating structure. And the path forward is a pretty simple 3-step plan. First, you gain clarity. You get an honest picture of where you are right now. From there, you take control by building new habits and skills, one step at a time. And finally, you learn to win with money, which means living intentionally with a plan that actually serves your goals. And I love the philosophy behind this plan. Structure liberates. Some people hear words like structure or budget, and they just think of restriction, of being trapped. But the idea here is the total opposite. A good structure actually sets you free. It liberates you from the stress of uncertainty so you can focus your energy on what really matters to you. The ultimate goal is for you to be the boss of your money. See, money is a brilliant tool and it's fantastic at following orders, but you have to be the one giving those orders clearly and with intention. This structure puts you right back in the driver's seat. So beneath this really practical structure, there's a much deeper, more profound philosophy. And this right here is what truly sets this whole approach apart from everything else. The core idea is a word called karuna. It's a Sanskrit word for compassion, but listen to this definition. This isn't about being soft or sentimental. It defines compassion as an orientation, a strength that is rightly ordered. It's a firm, clear-eyed foundation for every single decision you make, especially the ones about your money. So this philosophy gives us a whole new order of operations for our financial lives. It's simple. Compassion comes first, and that's primarily for ourselves, for quieting that inner critic. From that place of compassion, we can finally find genuine clarity. And only then is our capital, our money, put into service of our values instead of being the master that commands our lives. This unique blend of timeless wisdom and really practical strategy is the heart of what I call Buddhist inspired financial coaching. It combines over 30 years of deep in the trenches financial experience with the mindfulness practices we need to manage our own minds, which, let's be honest, is often the biggest variable in our financial success. When we adopt this structure and we embrace this philosophy, what are we aiming for? It sees us completely redefine the entire goal of what it even means to be wealthy. Suddenly, winning with money becomes about so much more than just having big numbers in your portfolio. It means aligning your finances with what you truly value, your life, your family, your experiences. It means achieving inner peace and that mental clarity we're all after. It's about shifting from just short-term extraction to long-term contribution. And ultimately, it's about gaining true financial freedom to live a life that is authentically yours. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What would actually change for you right now if your money served your life and not the other way around? Just imagine how great it will feel to make real progress. Let's talk soon.